And again, we're going to be limiting any questions for our press conference with regards to our event for today.
With today's formal launching and with the group of attendees with us today, you can see the idea is quite well received in the marketplace. And I'm pleasantly surprised with so many technically representation attended this particular forum. And I think that is a silent endorsement and a testament for this good cause of program. And I hope that with today's formal launching, we will definitely intensify, the acceptance and also adopt the principle and practices of ESG to reach a wider community. And just like what Andy have just now said, the achievement so far only below 20%. There are a long way for us to catch up. So I always think that it is something that is not for somebody to wait, but rather for all of us to catch up. That is my view.
Yes, I think impact is the main metrics, because I think it can be understood that every company will have certain ESG initiative that they've been doing. For example, in Indonesia, every public company is by regulation, they have to have a sustainability report. That means they have to perform some sort of sustainability initiatives. But again, at the end of the day, it's what matters is impact, how the initiative impact the society. So that's why it's Asia ESG, Positive Impact Consortium. So the measurable KPI for success of our consortium should be how does ESG initiatives across the Asia Pacific actually have positive impacts on the region. Again, if we're talking about goals, 2015, the United Nations, all countries of United Nations already adopted the SDGs goals, 17 goals, and we are only 15% on track so far to achieve what's supposed to be achieved by 2030. So only 6 years left, but only 15% of the goals are on track. In fact, there is a report that it will actually take another 32 years to achieve what was going to be achieved, what was targeted to be achieved back in 2015. So I think impact should be one of the main KPIs of how we see our consortium contributing to the Asia Pacific ESG or SDG progress.
On a daily basis, we carry out our task of informing the public. So with this consortium, we're taking it one step further. So we're focusing on a topic that's important to the Philippines and the rest of Asia, and educating them about the importance, how critical ESG principles are. The overall objective is to really use our collective reach to talk to a broader audience, and over time drive action that will create solutions that will allow us to achieve sustainable practices.
From a media perspective, our biggest power, so to speak, is really our ability to influence, inform, and move the communities. And in our respective countries, we saw the gaps, and we realized just communicating within our own countries are just not enough. Why we started with Indonesia and Philippines? Because we are very strong trade partners. And we all know ESG is a prerequisite of trade. We need to get our ESG right before we can talk about economic growth. And at the same time, we realize in the communities that we have, people struggle to even get basic information. People struggle to understand jargons. Collaboratively across the 3 media powerhouses, we had our first editorial meeting discussing about content that we can run deliberately across the different countries to educate. For example, topics on poverty, topics on environment, and engaging in research on how we can improve the livelihood of the ryots in our respective country.